Who's made the Superfinal? Well, let's have a look at the grid. We can see that John Milner with the Peugeot Talbot Sport Simpson salvage car is there. There's the Hallmark's Practica entry of number 77, Mark Flaherty. But coming on to pole position, this could be the race that gives you the British champion of 1990 with 1 round to go, remember, at Lytton Hill on August Bank Holiday Monday in front of a capacity crowd. Will we be acknowledging the winner, or will we be waiting for the winner? But if Steve Palmer wins this one, then we will be acknowledging him. Mark Flaherty going with him. Dennis Biggerstaff slots into 3rd place. We're pleased to tell you that indeed John Welch has made the Superfinal, and so has Barry Squibb, as you can see, because Barry has just popped in front. Then comes the 2-wheel drive cars, and Ian Sandwith incredibly making the Superfinal as well as they come away onto the Dell. It's very, very dusty there, and John Welch, I don't know how you can see where he's going. Up into the finish, and there's troubles behind, there's troubles. Oh dear, what's happened? That's the John Milner car, very badly damaged. Someone surely climbed over the back of it, and we can see, I think, Ian Sandwith's Mini as well. Driver getting out, John Milner unhurt. We can see walking around to check that all is well with Ian Sandwith, but all is certainly not well with the little Peugeot 205. And I would think, Alan, there's a red flag somewhere.
I would have thought so, yes. But I think the track's been watered sufficiently over the past few days. It's now getting to the stage where the dust is becoming a problem.
Yes, this was destined, of course, to be the last race of the afternoon. And there we can catch a glimpse of, yes, somebody riding high over another car. And it must have been John Milner's car, which is slowed in the dust. And obviously, also, behind him, Ian Sandwith just physically could not see Johnny. And result, 1 bent Mini. But that is Ian Sandwith in the green and white Mini spares overalls, and Sandy obviously totally unharmed by it all, at least physically, although that's not going to do the bank balance of green and white Mini spares a lot of good, is it really?
Well, he's in the right trade to actually fix his car, isn't he, really, when you think of it?
Well, he is, and the Simpson Salvage are in the right trade to sort out John Milner's car, aren't they? Yeah, that'll be up on the jig, I would think, up in York. Meantime, we come to the rerun of the Superfinal, minus a few cars, and this time it is again Mark Flaherty going with Steve Palmer, but Steve just gets to that second part of the S's just in time to move over, close the door on Mark Flaherty. Dennis Biggerstaff is there in 3rd place, and we can see Tony Barney is left once again to be the sole 2-wheel drive car in the Superfinal. He again will be the top representative of the 2-wheel drive brigade here, and the dust clouds coming up in front of the John Welch car, but there's no dust in front of Stephen Palmer, at least not in the air, because he's the leading driver here. As Tony Bardi trails the order round, we go with John Welch, and John, of course, has really got to do something here. He must get a good result. Stephen Palmer, if he wins this, I think is mathematically uncatchable in the series, but John, of course, will give of his all, whether he's in with a chance or not. That's the hallmark of a top international rallycross driver, which he undoubtedly is, but at the moment, he's some way down the order, and Barry Squibb having a bit better run of luck than he's enjoyed in this series. Wait a minute. What's happened to John? There was somebody coming in the opposite direction there.
Yeah, I think John had a little spin there, in fact.
Mark Flaherty, Dennis Biggerstaff, and Barry Squibb having a good run there, but not able to find a way through. So Stephen Palmer comes on his way with the Goodman's V6 400 brake horsepower, takes the checkered flag, and he wins this one, and with it, I think, the British Championship. Behind him, Dennis Biggerstaff nearly taken 2nd place, but not able to do so. John Welch coming through now, and John will be obviously picking up points, but perhaps not quite the result he'd hoped. There is John coming through, and gives us another little tyre-consuming spin for good measure as he goes over the line.
Steve, many congratulations on today's win, and also another championship. How did you feel?
I'm delighted, actually. You know, it was all down to the car being reliable and doing everything right, and basically it was in the bag. I had a bit of a hairy moment in practice when I broke a drive shaft, and I didn't have a spare, but I managed to scrounge one off of somebody, and the car stayed reliable. And obviously, once I felt the championship was in the bag, I felt like stepping on it, you know, as I did in the Superfinal, and well pleased, delighted.